guys, it's Matt with Just for Truckers over here, and Shelby and I would like to explain to you the reason why components on semi-trucks are so big, so much bigger than regular trucks. And there's three reasons why. Let's get right into it. All right, as you can see, the suspension components, the frame, all those, the shock mounts, everything is really beefy on these trucks. That frame has to be at least a 1/4 inch, if not 1/2 inch thick. Now the reason behind this is, first reason is, obviously, we're hauling a lot of weight, 80,000 pounds or more, but most of these trucks are designed to handle 110,000 easily. But that's the first and easiest reason why every component on this truck is so beefy. And here's another reason why you might not think of this one. It's a little bit more intricate, and that is because it has to last millions and millions of miles. Most of these trucks, well, the engine's designed to last about 1.5 million maybe. They got to get kind of half a rebuild at 500,000 usually, but you should be able to get 1 million, maybe use a little bit of oil. And that's why you see the head and everything, the block, it's so thick. The cylinders are actually about that big, but the block is a lot larger. Every component on this is large. The turbo is a lot thicker than most turbos you see on a pickup truck or a car. Everything's big. The exhaust is thick. Like I said, the frame, everything, the lines, radiator, intercooler, everything's bigger on a truck. Look at these spring hangers. And that's because not only you got more weight, but this has to last at least 1 million miles. People are paying, $160,000 for this truck. And it's not to look good. They're paying that much because it's going to last them over $160,000 worth of revenue over the life of the truck, including maintenance. So that's another thing is tires, drive tires will last 350,000 miles, rear tires 100,000 miles, a lot more than your passenger car, because you want longer maintenance intervals with the truck as well. And this goes along with my second point there. It's because if we have to do an oil change every 3,000 miles, we're going to be doing it twice a week, or more than once a week, depending on how hard you run. So that's another reason why everything's big on a truck. It's extended maintenance intervals. I got 3 oil filters. I got 2 fuel filters on here. These air filters are designed to last 100,000 miles between air filter changes. PACCAR recommends 40,000 between oil changes and regular service. 10,000 on the fuel filters. Usually used to be able to get 20,000 out of fuel filters, sorry. But now with the canisters, it's so easy to change out real quick. So that's why they only have 10,000 on the fuel filters. But like I said, the oil oil change on this is $300. So if you can have the frequency of that, then that's having the price of that maintenance interval. So number 2 is it needs to last over 1 million miles. It needs to have long maintenance intervals. Another thing is the clutch. Clutch should last you about 700,000 miles. It's about $1,000 in labor. So you don't want to have to be changing that out every 50,000 miles, 100,000 miles like in a car. Like I mentioned in the other video, you see how big this intercooler is, how big this radiator is, and everything. This is the one part that a lot of people don't understand, is a truck makes a lot of power, so it generates a lot of heat, because, well, I mean, that's just how thermal efficiency works. And work gets done, and it has to expend heat. So, like I said, the engines are not 100% thermally efficient, maybe 20%, 15%. They got to reject a lot of heat. So you got a big intercooler, a big radiator, but a lot of things that people don't think about is that's another reason why the block is so big, another reason why the head is so big, reason why you have such long coolant tubes and all this. Even the turbo is really big, and that gives you more thermal mass. It's a fancy term for a lot of junk, a lot of material that helps dissipate heat. And it's not just with the engine. I mean, every component gets hot. Even the shocks, they'll build up heat and they'll start wearing out. And so you got pretty beefy shocks on here. Same thing with the springs. The springs have to handle a lot of weight, but they also will get warm. Brakes as well. I have disc brakes all the way around on this truck, and I love that because disc brakes will dissipate heat way better than drums. They're a little bit heavier, but like I said, that thermal mass and the design of disc brakes really help with dissipating that heat. So when you're rolling down the road, that's a lot of kinetic energy going on. When you're converting that to stopping energy, all the heat goes to the brakes. So the brakes are rejecting heat, the engine's rejecting heat. Even the frame gets hot when it's twisting going down the road. And it's something small that you don't think about, but when it's twisting, it's got to be able to not get too hot. If it was thinner, it'd get hotter and it would start cracking easier. Wouldn't last 2 million miles like these frames do. Everything, every component on a semi truck is larger, even the trailers. And so that is the three main reasons why every component on a semi truck is large, beefy, big, honking, whatever you want to call it. But those are the three main reasons. It's Matt with Tips for Truckers. Have a great day.